Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. Today is going to be a little bit different. My buddy RC Dungeon has a FMS Mashigan like I have, and he has his on leaf springs like this one, and he wants to run better shocks. I've come up with a really neat little shock hoop that allows you to put a shock hoop on and not cut the inner fenders out. So unfortunately I only made one set. So I got to take the ones off of my truck, bend a new set to ship down to him, and then he'll put them on his truck. So that'll be kind of neat. And for ones that really haven't had a good look at this Jeep, I'll give it a really nice look today. See how nice that is? Oh, let's just take the air cleaner off. Even has a spring, nice and shiny. And right here, I wish I would stay up there. Oh, switching hands, make my life easier. I did the inside, filled it all in, so it now has, I gotta clean it up, but it has full inner fenders so I don't get as much mud and dirt on the motor. Because it is not fun when you have to clean it all out. So I gotta take the shock hoop off, so might as well get at it. And I'm gonna take it all apart without having to take the body off to get the shock hoop out, but it's a bit of a pain. So he's gonna owe me big time for this one. Now I would play some music, but every time I put music on, it always gets hit with copyright. So I do need a nice little metal one. Drop everything in. Good use for so as you can see, either where my shock hoops are, you know what? I don't want to do this side. It's full of mud. So I'll switch it around, do the other side. Because I actually cleaned the other side and I'm not going to sit there and fight. I don't think I'm going to do any editing in this video. I'll just do one long video right to the end. Get everything done to it. Hopefully it's centered pretty good for everybody. Good thing I can touch the back. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. I don't usually do videos like this, so not best thing for me to do. And my hands are still shaky from the meds that I'm on, so I will get annoyed easily when I have to go put this poor thing back together. Now I want this shock off, and I'm pretty sure you can get a good look at how the shock tower comes out from the frame up against the inside. Someone wants my attention. Up on the inside, and the shock fits between the hoop and the inner fender. So you can actually drill a hole in the inner fender, have your screw go through all the way to the other side, and double up and make it work as a body mount. But for right now, we're just gonna pull apart 2.5. I know I could edit out these small little bits, but I mean, does it really matter? One thing I do like to do, I tend to drop stuff or forget where I put something, because I take something apart today doesn't mean it's going to go back together the same day. Every truck has its own little parts bin. It's labeled for each truck when I do have to do major repairs. But one like this, I'm just taking it apart and popping it back together. Won't be that bad. The shock actually comes out of this thing pretty easy. That was the other thing. I wanted to make sure that all my trucks are very easy to work on. So if I have to actually do trail repairs or something, they pretty much just fall apart. Getting the shock out was easy. So what I've done is I drilled 2 holes in the frame for this mount to sit. Now how to get it out is going to be a lot of fun, because I got nuts on the inside and I don't want to take it all apart and pull the motor out and get the motor out of the way. That is just not fun. So if I flip it over this side, the easiest way to do actually is that one. I have to take the steering linkage off. As you can see, it's got leaf springs on it. I do need to get around to making a drive shaft for it. It's longer. I'm going to run just a normal MIP in the back. So I use a little bit of room to get inside that other bolt. Those are 2.5s. I'm going to try to do it blind without looking and getting in the way. I'm pretty sure I can pull it off. They're actually loose. Okay, get that loop, hold it. Yay. Like I said, these are going to be fun to put back in later. I did crack this side loose because I knew I was going to have a problem getting it apart. Or not. Oh, I got it. And that's all it is. What it started out was just a flat one I had. The problem with this truck is if you wanted to put them right in, you'd have to cut so much of the inner fender out. And I extended this part from here forward, I put in. So by the time you do that, you got to cut it into the inner fender, and if you're trying to do anything scalar, you want to have an engine bay done up or anything, you don't want to just chop up the side of it for it. So what I've done is I've bent it. I've come out, I bent out, and I've dropped down, and I worked out how far to bend it. So when it goes on like this, the shock is actually in behind. And then you have the inner fender right like that behind it. So again, you can drill a hole in it and use it as a body mount, especially if your front two have broken off. They seem to break a lot on the front two. This one's got one broken, my other one over there doesn't, but I haven't taken that body off, so who knows if it'll break automatically, or it could even be broken just from shipping. Unfortunately, we see that with some of these trucks. Doesn't matter if it's FMS, RC four-wheel drive, or anyway, any truck that gets shipped, damage can happen. So, how did I do these? Because hopefully there'll be a couple people out there with the Mashigan saying, hey, I like that idea. So, little persuader hammer. I've already figured out where I want to put those. So these are what bolts into the frame. I want to bend it just after that. I want to do a 90-degree bend. I want to offset just a little bit. Now, hammer time. So that's my first ones that come out there. Now I want to do the next bend to come around the frame. But I'm going to use mine. See how far it had to go in. So it's got to go in that far. Oh, like it got you centered. You can see where mine went in. We're not all about precision here. I just think that if you make something as simple as possible and it works, good. Now, I do want one to be a little bit more. That's what I want, because we're going to locate the one that's right at the bend of the frame. He may not want to do that. He may want to go a little bit forward, a little bit backwards. He doesn't have a scale engine like I do, so it's not a big deal. And again, we want to do 90 degree on these ones. I will paint these back up for them. I'm not going to send them all chipped up. Good thing I can use mine to double check. And see, there is a nice amount of space, so he doesn't have to be right against it. You can put a screw in with a little spacer, another spacer to the inner fender, screw goes through, washer and a nut on the other side. He will have more room because it doesn't have my motor in the way. But no, that's all it is to do it. I gotta make one more, but that's not going to be very hard because I just gotta go like this and go clappity clap. Look, no editing. Yes, I already made up another one. So that's what he's gonna get. And for just eyeballing it, they're pretty close. And they'll do the job. They allow him to run up to a 75mm shock on it, get a little more flex, a little more movement, get a better shock that runs with oil. Yeah, this is the fun part. Putting them back together. Now let's see how long this takes me. So first one I'm going to do is the one in the back. So that's what I'm going to want. That's a shorter screw. And I'm going to have to stand up and get glasses on and all the good stuff. I'll see how the camera's aimed. Yeah, so, yeah, we're pretty good on the aiming. All right, let the laughter begin, because I know this is going to be a pain. I gotta get that one in there. That one in there. I swear Dungeon better be sending me some stickers. I could take the axle off. I really don't want to. And there's the first drop of the bolt. Again, shaky hands suck. I just see this is going to be so hard to do. I would make for a funny video. What can you do? Maybe I shouldn't. I wonder if a longer one will work. No, the longer one hits the block. Alright, what else I can use? You know what? Unless I don't want to. I say I'm going to tilt the truck. Here, another good use. Of course, I have to pick the one that has wheels. Drop second bolt. Maybe this won't be a good idea. So close. No. Thought I had it on about 1 or 2 threads. Oh, I almost lost it. Yay. Got one. One in there. I lost a screw. Where it went. No idea where it went. Looks like I gotta go find another one. It disappeared. It ran away. Great, more fun. Good thing is, find it really quick. Good old random mixing of everything. Test that one, that might be too long. I thought about actually tack welding some nuts on the inside of the frame the next time I have it struck apart. That will most likely be for painting it. Candidates. I plan on painting this truck, so I don't really care if it gets scratched up a bit. Only a truck. Yeah, that's when I gotta run a short one in there. Now I do not have the space to do what I did last time. And there, I found the other bolt. I'm not, you know what I mean. Will you stay like that? got it, but you know, beginner's luck. Make sure these are tight enough that they don't work loose. And I know what, I actually really do like the idea of welding the nut on the inside of the frame. I think that's what I'm going to do. Ah, those bad boys are tight. So that's that problem taken care of. Yeah. Because of the way this is set up with the leaves, I had to do a big drop down to get down to the servo. Actually works okay. I would like to see what those axles are like on the new Vanquish, because those are cool. Okay, anybody see where my shock went? Okay, here, Chucky. Where the heck did it go? I swear I lose everything. Yeah, right where I left it, middle of nowhere. So as you can see, now all I'm going to use to hold this in is just the one screw, because I didn't put a hole in there so that it just comes up and stops, and the way the shock just floats there. Yeah, my hand is shaking again. This has been so frustrating for me, because I like dealing with scale hardware and I can't do anything the way I want. Like putting the screw in should be a simple task for me. And it's cross-threaded. Great. Let's try it. No. No, what's going on? No, wait, is this going? Cross-threaded again. Oh yeah, big time. You know what? Maybe it's not a bolt. Again, switch time. Yeah. Now it's going in. having a fun time with this. Came out easy. Oh, why does it want to go back together? Sometimes you never know why. So let's take the spring off and not bother with the spring. And I just couldn't hold it in place. Now it just slipped right in. Well, at least this part of the shock went on easy. Now I just noticed on the FMS page that the Mashigan is no longer offered for sale, but you can still get parts for it there. I don't know if it's only they're not selling it in Canada and still available in the US. I can put a link in the description so you can go to FMS and check out their line of trucks. They also have a lot of airplanes, and they were more in the airplanes than they were trucks. So this is all it takes to put this truck together. Now, thank you for hanging out and watching it. Hopefully someone else will do the same thing to their truck and this will help them out. I also have a video on doing what's called the flange bearing mod, and that is this area here. I actually have bearings in here now instead of bushings. It allows it to be much tighter, smoother turning. You don't have them wear out and all of a sudden you got camber that you don't need. Or anything else. Well, as you can see, shocks in the front. The back, I'm running cantilevers. So, see on the back. Truck does have some flex to it, just like what I want. So, yeah, that's it. Truck ready to go trailing. Little things on it, like I said, scale motor. You can't see much from electronics. But the power button, I'm running a Fusion Pro, is right here. The servo is right in through here, hiding underneath. You still see the wires. I gotta do something with them, but the receiver's tucked up inside and that. And one that I really still fix is the winch controller sitting there. But everyone says, where's your battery? Well, the battery is sitting right in there. I can actually put 2 batteries in there if I want. And I do run this truck on 3S. You plug your battery in, shove it inside, close everything down without being stuck on. Little bungee cord, and your opposite trails. Done. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out. RC Dungeon, I know you're going to watch this video, so I did it as about as easy as I can for you. I know I'll probably be on chatting with you when you're doing it. I will send you the box with that, and you have to unbox it on your channel and go over what you got. All right. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. Have fun. I'm going to find something else to do for a while. On my way. There's my other one. Yeah, it's stuck. For now.